Hello everybody, my name is Hannah and this is Pepper and Pine, and today I have a winter peg doll tutorial to share with you. I have moved all of our peg doll supplies into our crafting room for easy access and, even better, easy cleanup. So I'm just going to pull the supplies that I need. That one decided to roll away. I've got 3 Bunting babies. I'm going to close this drawer and go down to the drawer that I have my felt in. And I'm going to grab this Winter's Cape felt. This is from A Child's Dream. Debbie over at A Child's Dream sent me this one for free, and I am really excited to use it today. I'm also going to go back into that peg doll drawer and grab my Lyra Watercolor paints, and I also need a glue stick for my hot glue gun, and this pretty much makes up the supplies that you'll need. I'm also going to dip into some of my other supplies. I'm going to show you that in a minute, and of course you need a paintbrush and some water. So I want to choose some colors here for those 3 little peg dolls, and I wanted like the blues and the grays, maybe the white. I wasn't quite sure, but since I want to paint some white snowflakes on these peg dolls, I went for 3 colors that were a little bit darker than I would normally pick, but since I want to put some white on them, I decided to do those colors. I'm also dipping into my scrapbook supplies. I've got some Mr. Huey's spray. I also have some Heidi Swapp Color Shine, and I'm going to be using those and mixing them with my Lyra watercolor paints. Now the Lyra watercolor paints are opaque, which works really well with these wooden peg dolls. You can still see quite a bit of wood grain, which I love, but you get enough color. Now if you're just going to use a watercolor paint, it's not going to show up as well. Like the color isn't going to stick as well to your wood. So you want to go with something a little bit opaque. Now if you just have watercolors, if you mix just a little bit of white opaque paint, like an acrylic paint, with those watercolors, then you can turn your watercolors a bit more opaque and your colors will show up a little bit better on your wooden peg dolls. Now I don't typically use any acrylic paints, but that is an option as well. With acrylic paints, you're not going to see any of the wood grain, and you're going to get pretty true to color from the color that you have with your paint. When you're working with watercolors, you're getting a translucent color. So in this case, because I was going for a very specific color, I had to layer my colors and then let it dry and then layer it again. So once I paint them all, I actually come back and I paint them again, in part in order to give the colors a bit more depth and richness, and also in part so that they match the felt that I had chosen for this project. It was actually a little bit more challenging than I expected to find colors that were going to match those different shades of gray. So I've pulled into some of my Heidi Swapp Color Shine, and I love this color. It's just magnificent, and it looks really dark here and really shiny, but it's actually going to dry, and you're going to see a little bit of that wood grain. It's going to dry lighter as well, but the Color Shine has a bit of shimmer in it, so you're going to see that subtle shimmer at the end of this video, and it's just beautiful. Same with this Tinsel color by Heidi Swapp. You see a lot of that shimmer. Now I didn't mix my Heidi Swapp Color Shine. I actually just took my paintbrush and dipped it down deep where most of that shimmer was resting at the bottom. If you're actually going to use those sprays, then you really need to mix them up first. So you can see as they dry quite a bit lighter, and for this one I felt like it needed just a little bit more to make it match the color of the felt, and so I'm dipping into just a little bit of that black. I'm being very careful not to overdo it with the black, and by the time it's done it matches that little bonnet really well. So with some of these other ones, when I put too much watercolor onto my peg doll, actually a lot of it kind of just dripped down to the base, and you can see how the base is quite a bit darker than the rest of it, and that is just me being too hasty and adding too much onto it. Next I want to cut just a small triangle for the bonnet, and there are 2 triangles there because I cut the first one too small. And then once I got one that fit right, then I went ahead and I cut, using that one as a pattern, I went ahead and cut the other ones out of the other felt. You just want to make sure that your peg dolls are dry before you move on, but I was a little bit impatient and I started a little bit too soon, so I did get a little bit of paint on my hands, but I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't getting it on the rest of the peg doll. You just want to make sure that you don't get it all over the face. So it just takes a little bit of hot glue in order to get this in place, and it stays in place permanently. It's a really good option if your kids are going to be playing with these little dolls. Now it's time to put these little snowflakes on the peg dolls. It was a little bit more challenging than I expected. I was having kind of a rough day crafting today. Now up close it doesn't look that great, but if you step back just a little bit, it completely looks like a little snowflake. Here's one tip. Probably it's a good idea to check what snowflakes look like before you get started. I knew I wanted 6 points, but when it came to the design, I really was at a loss. For this one, I made it just a little bit too big, and it kind of takes over the entire belly. And I also wanted to give it a bit more of a hexagon shape within the snowflake, and I feel like it kind of loses some of the snowflake appeal when I did that. For this last one, I decided just to go back and do the same thing I did with the first one because I really liked the way that one turned out. Then I changed my mind and added a few more details, so this is the way this one turned out in the end. It is a little bit challenging using a paintbrush to get this much detail on the little bunting babies, and you might consider watering down your paint so that it's a little bit easier to use, but you will want to use an opaque paint or an acrylic paint so that you can get that white detail on the little bodies. So this is what they look like in the end and how they are positioned on our winter nature table along with some of our other peg dolls and finger puppets. My daughter really likes the way they turned out, and they are part of her little playthings on our winter nature table. And you can get a glimpse at some of the other things that we have displayed here. I also want to show you what it looks like when I take the light away. I just really like the candlelight and just the peacefulness that these little playthings have on her little table. If you want to see how we put together this nature table, you can tap on the screen right now. If you want to see how we put together our winter themed unit, that video is also here for you. And don't forget that if you want to see what we're up to on a daily basis, you can find me on Instagram at Pepper and Pine.